Right guys, welcome back to another video. We are once again, as you can hear, in the calf shed. So the calf shed is filling up. On the last video, you would have seen us with those 9 that are over there. Well, since then, we picked up 20. They're in this pen. They're all in this corner, but there's 20 in there. And then this morning, we've gone and picked up another 20 that is in this pen. Look at all those guys. We've got 49 calves here at the moment. We're aiming to get about 120 when we're full. So it's sort of 4 o'clock now. I'm going to go and feed them all. So what I'm going to do is mix up a big mix in our JFC Agri cart. I'm going to show you how all that works. I think it is flipping brilliant. Saves an awful lot of lifting buckets and just the amount of time that thing saves is amazing. I know they cost money and whatever, but time is money, isn't it? These guys haven't been fed here. We've only picked them up today. They've been fed where they've been reared so far this morning. We're going to feed them tonight, so I'll feed these last because there'll probably be a bit of mucking around trying to get them on teat. They are teat trained, but you know what it's like when they're somewhere new. Got all these guys which are looking well keen for their feed. This is Monty here, 257. He's from a Montbéliard cow. Oh, Monty! Oh, yes, look at me. And then we've of course got the other 9 up there, which are well trained as well. So let's not muck around, let's get straight to it. I'm going to need another bag of powder, so I'll get that in a minute. Now, if we do some simple addition here, we're feeding 375 grams of milk powder per calf for the feed, and times that by 49, because that's how many animals are here. 18.375 kilos. And then 49 times by 3, because that's how many litres we're going to be feeding for the entire batch here, is 147. So that's how many litres we're going to make it up to. 100, so say 150 litres minus 18, because that's the powder in it. So what's that? 150 minus 18, 132 litres of milk, say, plus the powder makes up their feed. So this thing's half full already. So you can see it's up to about between 50 and 60 litres. Always leave a bit in there, takes the chill off the water a bit. Normally you have this plugged in. I didn't plug that in, I better do that whilst we're mixing. So it's just a little 3-pin plug like you have for a lot of tractor implements. That plugs in that side there, on the side of that box. That light will go red on there then. That just charges the battery, so that when you're pumping it out, it's got power. Need to plug this bad boy. If I can do this one-handed. And I hold the camera still between my legs. That plugs in there. Plugs in there like so. And that operates the mixer, which is this side. You'll see that will start mixing now. Just turn that off a minute until we get our powder weighed out. I'm going to be a bit coy here and put an empty bag on the scale while I tear it to 0. See how much that weighs. So the empty bag is 250 grams. Tear that again, back to 0. And then I'm going to put this bag on that's got some powder in. And because I've already weighed a bag and zeroed it, I know that the 7.48 kilograms is the powder that is in there. So what I'll do is I'll measure out the rest of it I need. So what was it, 18 something. I could just put a whole bag on and take a bit out. Perhaps we'll do that. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, I find this really cool because it's good, but those are 20 kilo bags of milk powder. So net weight 20 kilos. Now we've already weighed the bag and zeroed it, and look how much it weighs. It is 5 grams heavier than 20. That is so cool. We're going to take out 1.625, which I did have a jug for somewhere. What have I done with my jug? There it is. Take too much and put it back. Right, 18.44. Bit much, but we'll go with that. Right, now comes the fun part. We're going to turn this on. There gets the mixer going. And look at this mix. So that is all of the powder in there. And we're going to make it up to, what did I say, 150 litres, which is right up here. So we need to add some more water to that. So that'll break it all down a bit so it mixes well as well. Now you notice that we're feeding this milk cold. That's just because we haven't got a water heater down here. You can get an element that goes in these feeders, but it would only be able to heat one batch. And by the time we get up to our calf numbers here, we're going to be doing more than one mix per feed. And it will take a couple hours to heat the milk or heat the water between mixes. So we've opted to feed cold. They've been fine so far. I've got no reason why they won't be fine going forward doing that. So that's what we'll continue doing. Right, I'm going to fill this up to the desired level, and then I'll get back to you in a minute. Right, just whilst that settles out, because I've just stopped it mixing, I want it to settle out calm so I know I got the right amount in there. I need to add a little bit more water. But just whilst that's doing that, I just want to say, I'm obviously not sponsored by JFC at all. I've said some good things about them. I actually had a phone call from a lady called Catherine, who is the marketing manager for JFC earlier on today. I didn't know what it was about until she rang me. And she was actually apologising because I don't know if you saw in one of the previous videos when I was putting this together, we actually had it leaking out the bottom. Now that was only an O-ring, it was an easy fix. The O-ring had just been pinched when it had been put together. But she was very apologetic over the phone and said that obviously shouldn't happen. So I think it's great customer care for JFC because they only saw that either on Facebook or on YouTube, wherever my video went up, and decided to get in touch and say, look, very sorry about that, that shouldn't happen. I hope you're enjoying the product, which we are. So nothing I'm saying about JFC is at all paid for. I think the cart's brilliant. We've obviously got the little bowls as well on the wall over there. The calves are a little bit small at the moment actually to reach them. So you'll see we've put buckets of water down here, which I just chuck away and fill up again every time we feed them. But they won't be long till they're big enough to be able to reach those there. If I really wanted to, I could put some pallets underneath, but the buckets work just as well for the time being. I just wanted to say thank you to Catherine for reaching out and making sure we were happy. See, now this is settled out, we've lost 10 litres from where it was, so we'll put a bit of water in there to make it up, and then we'll get feeding. I think we'll go down and feed those guys first. Obviously remember to take out anything you plugged in, otherwise you'll be dragging into the cord. It'll be like driving off with a trailer before unplugging the brakes. Close him up and go. This will be the heaviest this cart has ever been. Oh lordy. I mean, it's heavy, but you try lifting a bucket with 150 litres and you ain't gonna do it. Hello, Monty. Right, and what I do is I park this little beauty just about here, just out of the way of him for a second. Some calves! Calf, you are in the feeder. Gummy gummies! There's no milk in it yet. Come on. Hey, whoa, whoa, no, too far, too far, too far, too far. Right, everyone get a tea. Come on, everyone on. Right, pump on. Flow meter reset to 0. What I'll do is I'll get a bit of milk in here, and then I'll make sure they're all on the teat, sucking happy, and then I'll fill up to the right amount. These guys want one made up to 60 litres. Down a teat, down a teat. Right, everyone's on a teat. Just before it ran out of milk as well. So now I'll put the rest of their milk in. And they'll be well happy. What the hell have you done around here then? Pull me pipe back out of the pen. Wraps around there. There's a little holster. Right, now we'll go get the other feeder. Feeder coming through. We'll get on that one. Drag this back down here, and I'll have to do a bit of organising with these lot because they've not been on the feeder before. I've got one more over there that's got to come on. I'm trying to keep milk in front of these guys so they don't go anywhere. Success! The last little bit of milk won't come out the pump, so I've got this little bucket here into this tap. Just drain it into there so we get all of it out. Oh, look at that, they are so good. It obviously helps when they're trained on a teat before they come here. That would be a mammoth task otherwise. That's us all fed. Everyone's happy. A bit of metal on the floor there. Let's get rid of that. Come down to our wash bay as such. Drain on the floor there, so all the liquid just drains that way. We'll start washing all this stuff down. What I'll do in a minute is once I've washed this, so I'll put some nuts in their troughs for them. I'll try and get them used to the idea of milk and nuts. That's the plan anyway. So to wash down, we just got a standard old hose pipe with a nozzle on the end. I'm just gonna rinse everything off first, rinse everything out, and then I've got a bucket and some soap. Give everything good clean, give all the teats a good clean inside and out. Try and stop any disease build up in the shed at all if we can. Obviously we keep them bedded nice and deep with barley straw. They eat that a little bit, as well as their nuts they've got, and a bit of hay. So yeah, let's get washing. So I've just swilled all those off, so they are they're not covered in milk powder or saliva anymore. They're not clean, but they're clean, if you know what I mean. I just bought this brush from Mid-Devon the other day, and some soap here. It's just ordinary washing up liquid, DPO. I just put a dribble of that in this bucket. By all means, tell me what you guys do in the comments. I know some people use Milton to make everything clean. I also picked up some scour sachets just in case we need them. Hopefully we won't. Anyway, put a dribble of that in there. Take it back over here, fill this up with water. Give everything a blooming good scrub-a-dub-dub with this brush. That way it leaves it all nice and shiny and clean, ready for tomorrow morning. That's that full. Just leave that in there a minute. Some in there. Some in there. I do normally wear waterproofs when doing this, because you get soaking wet, but it is far too hot to be wearing waterproofs at the moment. The machine gets the same treatment, so I've tipped the rest of my bucket of soapy water in there, add a bit more water, give it a really good clean. Anywhere that there's been any milk powder, because the stuff does stink if you let it go dry and set in. Flush it all through. And it's got to swill off the feeders, get all the soap off of them, and we'll give them their nuts. Right, so we just finished doing all the washing up, cleaned out all the waters and filled them up again for that batch in there. Look, they're going mental. Go. Put some water in for those guys in that black bucket corner. I'm just taking my washing up bucket back over here. Just for anyone wondering what we're feeding, it is Volac Blossom. So it comes in these 20 kilo bags. That's the makeup of ingredients. I'm sure people will want to know. There we go, 23% protein. There's calcium, sodium, phosphorus in there as well, all the various vitamins. It works out about £50 a bag. In here, got this coarse calf mix, so 80% quality coarse mix. Looks like muesli. They're not actually eating that much of it, but they will start. Once they find it, they'll be on it like nothing. So I give them some every time we finish feeding and finish washing up. Just put it in these homemade chops of ours here. You can see those in another video. Just check they haven't made a mess in anywhere. You can see they've eaten it because it was full everywhere this morning. So anywhere they've eaten it, chip some in, pull out any lumps of straw. We've got some there. Hey, our buddies. You'll follow me, inquisitive bunch, you lot. Was it any more milk? Oh, look at you go. You can probably just see we put button tags in there is. So that's an EID tag. So that anything we do to them we can store electronically on our software we use called AgriWeb. That group come today, we haven't put tags in them yet. We'll let them settle in a bit first before we punch a hole in their ear. Now these guys definitely won't have any idea about this, but we'll put it in here. They're inquisitive little things, calves, so they'll come and find it, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll put it right under his nose. That is a very happy calf shed. Look at him. Silence speaks volumes. And I'm afraid that is all I have to show you for this video. So the calves are doing well, the ones we've got so far. I'm well pleased that they just go onto those feeders like they've been on them for weeks. They know the drill. It's been quite noticeable actually. It's been very warm the last few days. It's noticeable how much water calves drink. A lot of people don't think that calves drink any water at all, but you know, they've been emptying half a bucketful out of each of these buckets, sort of between feedings of milk. And those guys down there, they've got a trough plumbed in. I might still put some pallets underneath these troughs, but I will wait for them to get a bit bigger first. But yeah, let us know what you think of the calves and the feeding routine, and whether I should be doing anything different, or there's anything you think I'm doing that I shouldn't be, or you know, just it's nice to hear from everyone. That's how we all learn, isn't it? Sharing each other's ideas. But I think we've already got the pet calf of the bunch in Monty. Where's he hiding to? There he is, he's asleep down there. He's going to be the pet, I reckon. Look at this guy. He's eating nuts. I'll soon find him like that and start eating them. There's even one back there having a go on some. You do you. But yes, thank you again to Catherine from JFC for giving me a ring, just to make sure we're getting all right with the feeder. It is all okay so far. Any problems we will obviously let you know, but I say any questions, put them down in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Completely free, doesn't cost you anything. Helps me out loads to get my videos out to more and more people. Check out all the links in the description. There's something there for everyone. And we'll see you guys on another video very soon. Cheerio.
Like a drug that